Okay, hi everybody. My name is Lisa Caltabiano, an independent sales director in Lothian, Maryland. So I'm really excited to do this quick training, and if anybody can be blessed by it, awesome. Awesome. I mainly did it for my consultants because they found that this past week I've been doing a lot of one-on-one video trainings with my consultants on how to create a group Facebook page, as well as how to engage your clients and your customers and your friends and your family, and some little hacks and things that I have found to be helpful when do my page. So I wanted to record this, and I'm going to do a little screen sharing. So let me start there. Okay, so this video is assuming that whoever's watching this is already on Facebook. So I'm going to walk you through how to create a private group and some things that I have found to be helpful. Now, let me preempt this with, I am by no means an expert in this arena. And I know, well, there's a lot of people out there that do a much better job of it. So let's say this is a beginner's course, but at least it's, I can share some things with you that have helped me and have maybe helped, help me get over some humps. And I think that right now, this is really important information, because if you didn't jump on the bandwagon in the beginning of this crazy pandemic and quarantine and lockdown and start working virtually, and now you're going, if I don't start doing something, it's all going to pass me by. And I hate to say, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know if there's going to be another wave of this crazy lockdown quarantine stuff, and we're going to have to work even more virtually than we have been the last couple months, or what's going to happen. So I want whoever's watching this to feel equipped. Now, I am not one of those people who documents my entire day. I don't go on Instagram and Facebook and really do much with the stories. In fact, if my friends see that I added something to my story, they're like, whoa, where is she today? I'm not one that does that. There are people that are way better at that than I am. So I decided I'm not going to spend time learning how to do that. And instead, my goal is to bolster my engagement with my customers. I really want them to love being around me. I want them to love engaging with me on social media. I want them to love visiting my group and checking out the group for sales and things like that. But I also want them to check out other groups that I have. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to walk through it. I kind of started practicing earlier, so I'm going to do another practice really quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you to Facebook. Okay, so we're going to screen share. So this is my Facebook page. Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to go over to the left-hand side, assuming that your screen looks like my screen, and you want to go all the way down to the left to where it says groups. Okay, now in groups, you're going to see groups that the company suggests. You're going to see groups, not the company, that Facebook suggests for you. You're going to see groups that might be of interest to you. You're going to see on the left-hand side groups that you're already in that maybe you manage, and then groups that you're just in, you're just a member. But I want you to click on create group. Okay, so that's the very first thing that we're going to do. Okay, and then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to name your group. Now, you can be as creative or uncreative as your brain allows you to, okay? There are a lot of Mary Kay private Facebook groups out there, and there's some really cute names that I love. There's that you can always start it with your first name, or your first name and the first initial of your last name. Mine's pretty boring right now. I'm going to change that soon, but it's just Lisa's Mary Kay VIPs. That's about as basic as it gets. You can do the Beauty Corner, or like one of the groups that I belong to is called the Face Place. You can call it the Face Connection. You can call it the Beauty Connection. You can call it Beauty Community, whatever you decide, but just keep in mind that some of those names are already used. So when I'm going to walk you through how to invite your friends to join your group, but just keep that in mind. So you might want to tag your name onto the beginning of those cute names so that people can find you. Okay, you can do a play on your name, a play on your first name or a play on your last name. But for purposes of this training, I'm just going to call this Lisa's Facebook page template. Okay, So I'm just going to call it that. And then I'm not going to add any people. I'm already in there, but I'm not going to add any people yet. But this is where you would add people, right where it says enter names or addresses. If you are a Facebook friend with her, you will be able to just add her, like put her name in, and it'll come in and it'll tag her, it'll send her an invite like, hey, Lisa has invited you to this page. If you're not a friend with her on Facebook, you'll be able to just put her email address in. I will tell you that in a group, you don't have to be friends with all of the people that are in the group. So you could, in fact, give an incentive to your current friends and family and customers to add their friends, and then you just have to approve them. Okay, down on select privacy, okay, I suggest, and I actually highly recommend, that you make your page private. You don't want your page to be public. And the reason you don't want it to be public is because within this page, you will be advertising specials. I mean, not spales, but sales and specials, deals and steals, and every now and then you're going to do some things. And we're getting ready to go into the biggest selling season of the year. At the time of this recording, it is early September. Our new products for the holiday 2020 line are about to launch. I don't know how long I'll have this recording up, but in case you're watching this after the holiday season, there's always a big selling event right around the corner. You know, we have all the events throughout the year, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduations, Easter, all kinds of things that will lend to gift giving or for you to have a sale. This one that we're in right now, the season that we're in right now, is like one of the biggest selling seasons of the year. So since we're getting ready to start the holiday season, and the holiday products will be available to some consultants on September 10th, and then everybody September 15th, you want to be equipped to be able to get that word out to your customers. Okay, so make that private. The reason you can't have it public, because you can't advertise, or rather you can't post pricing in your public groups. Okay, the other thing that you're going to see below the privacy is hide group. Okay, right now this group is visible, which means anyone can find this group. Now I'm actually, I think it's okay for you to keep it visible so that the friends of your clients can find you. However, for now, since this is just a training, I don't want people to find this group except for you guys. For training purposes, I'm going to mark it hidden. The other thing that I think you should do is check mark this little box where it says pin to shortcuts. And the reason that you want to do that is because if you look back over here on the left-hand side under the word groups, under the word discover and create group, if you have it pinned, it will be toward the top of the list. Whereas if you don't have it pinned, you'll have to go looking for it or searching for it or put it in the search bar. Okay, so now we're going to create the group. Okay, so you're going to see as that group is created, there's this real fun, kind of goofy, generic photo that is up on the cover photo. So we want to personalize our group. So now I'm going to show you something fun. So now we're going to go over to the tab where I have Mary Kay in Touch Community already queued up. We're going to go over to the Resources tab. Under the Resources tab, you're going to scroll down to Digital Assets. I'm going to click on Digital Assets. Now, keep in mind, you can change your cover photo as often as you like. You can change it monthly, weekly, quarterly. I don't suggest changing it real super often, but you can change as often as you like. I find that even on my private wall, when I change my cover photo, people engage with me. They comment. Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to go all the way to the bottom to Facebook Party and Cover Photos. These are company approved photographs that you can use and post to your Facebook page. You can download all of these or a couple or whatever you want. Just for fun, I'm going to download this one right now for now. Okay, now it's got, when I click download, it shows up. The next thing you want to do is right click, okay, and save image as. Okay, so now it's in my downloads folder, and I'm going to name this Facebook page cover photo shadows, because it's the eyeshadows. Okay, and I'm going to click save. All right, now we're going to go back over to my Facebook page, and I'm going to click upload photo. Now you see that's in my downloads folder. I'm going to click on it and click open. Now in a magical minute, you're going to see it. Yay, look at that. And see where it says drag to reposition. So I can kind of move it around if I wanted to. I don't see a need to. I can just leave it right there and I'm going to click save. Okay. So now I have saved my cover photo. Okay. So now let me talk about creating your page to what you like. Now you can keep playing with the contents of this page for days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks, but I don't suggest that you spend a whole lot of time on this. Just get it out there, get the description done so that you can start inviting people to your page. But until you actually start inviting people, it's just a private hidden group that nobody but you is going to see. Now, if you are, what I do suggest is if you are a fairly new consultant or fairly new to this whole process, make your sales director, and if you're in my unit, that would be me, make your sales director an admin. Right now, I'm an admin on this group, but that means that I created it. Now, let's say I wanted to make someone else an admin. I would actually go over to my members. I would send them an invite, and then once they are a member of my group, then I can make them the admin. So communicate with your sales director about being an admin on your group. The only reason I think that's a really good idea is because, especially if you're new, you are going to want to talk to your sales director about doing a launch party for you within your private customer group. And every director does them differently. I'm doing a couple launch parties this week for brand new consultants, and they'll be about 30 minutes long, but you know, your director might do something different. So talk with your director about what she does. Okay, so now let's go back over a couple of things as far as tips go. Okay, so I have a couple of tips for you. First of all, let's go back over to Mary Kay InTouch. The only time that you won't be able to just copy and paste a photo into your Facebook is for the cover photo. But otherwise, down here where it says write something right here, okay? See, now if you're on your regular wall, it's going to say what's on your mind, because that's our regular walls. But on a group page that you are running, it will say write something. So in the write something, let's pretend I'm a brand new consultant, and this is my private page that I'm creating for my customers, and I want them to get excited about my launch party. Okay, so this might be a suggested post. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'm so excited to celebrate my new MK Biz with all of you. Please mark your calendars to join me next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Did I mention there will be prizes? Okay, so first I want to point out two things to you. Okay, so this is one suggestion of a post, but now I'm going to go back over to Mary Kay InTouch, back to those pictures that I showed you under Facebook Party and cover photos. You can't use these first two on the cover photo because they're not the right size. However, I'm going to click on download again, but this time, instead of saving the image, because I don't necessarily want to save it on my computer, the other one I want to save because maybe I want to use it again. But this one I'm probably not going to use again. You're invited to my Great Start grand opening to celebrate the debut of my new Mary Kay business. I'm going to right click again. I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to go back to back to Facebook. And after what I wrote, I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. Okay. Now that photograph is showing up as part of my post. Now this is a fun little hack that I learned that I didn't know about, but I learned this not that long ago. So the name of my group is Lisa's Facebook page template. I'm going to write at Lisa's Facebook. There it is. See how it's showed up? Facebook page template. Now I'm the only one in this group right now, so I'm the only one who would see that. However, if I had members of this group and I write that, what I've just done is I have tagged all of the members of my group all at once as a whole. Now they'll get a notification that I posted something in this page. Okay. Now here's another really cool thing. Okay. So let's go down, scroll down to that where you just posted. Down here next to the name of my group and next to post, in between those two things, you see a little clock. And if you just hover over top of that, it says schedule post. Okay, so I'm going to click on that clock. Select a date and time in the future for when you want your post to publish. So now I want this post, let's say I want this post to publish, let's say my party is going to be, my launch party is next Wednesday, but I want to give myself maybe 24 or 48 hours to get a whole bunch of people to join my group. So today's the 6th, let's say my party's on the 16th. Let's say I want to make sure that I start getting a bunch of people in there at least by the 8th or 9th. So I'm going to publish it on the 8th. And I have found that typically most people are kind of surfing around Facebook at lunchtime and also late in the evening and possibly as soon as they get home from work or when the day is dying down. So I like to strategically choose the times that I post my things on Facebook. So for me, I'm going to change this to 11, okay? And I'm going to change it to 11:53 a.m. on the 8th of September. So I'm going to click schedule. Okay, so now you don't see the post anymore. However, do you see this right here? It says one scheduled post. So then I can click on see post. Now there's my post. It's ready to go on September 8th. Now let's say I look at it like, oh shoot, I wanted to say something else. Just go up to these 3 little dots on the top right-hand corner. I can choose to, you know what? I've got 60 people in my group. I think I just want to post it now. I can decide post now, and it will go from scheduled to the wall. I can decide to turn off commenting, like to not let anybody comment. I can turn off notifications. I can edit my post, or if I decide I don't want to post this, I want to do something completely different, I can delete the post, okay? Or I can change when it's going to go out. I can reschedule the post. Okay, so now that's back to the post. Let's go back over discussion. Discussion will always bring you back to the page. It'll always bring you back to the cover page. Okay, now let's say I am having a sale, okay? And I'm gonna put Labor Day sale. Today only, I know today's not Labor Day, but let's say today only, 25% off all complete skincare sets, okay? And then you can do one of 2 things to bring attention to your post. Do you notice all of these cute little colored squares at the bottom? If you wanted to just put that, you could literally, let's say, click that, and that's what shows up behind it. I know it's the same on other groups. So you can do that one, you can do that one. You can decide whatever little thing you want, okay? So I have Labor Day sale, today only 25% all skincare sets, right? Okay, and I can choose to post it just like that, and I'm gonna click post. Now, I want that post, I want people to see it. So if other things are posted behind it, I want to go over to the top right-hand corner, okay, and I want to put this post as an announcement. Mark as announcement. Now, every time I go on my Facebook page, no matter how many times I go in here and write something and do a post, that announcement will be at the top. It'll be the first thing that they see. Okay, let's go back over to the About section. Okay, so I want to go back over to the About section. Right now, nobody knows what this group is about. So I'm going to go in, add a description. Now, certainly you can write something different, whatever your personality is, but let's say this is what I want to write. Okay, thanks for joining me. Whoops, let me go back, little typo. Joining me on my Mary Kay, beauty hangout. Come back often for deals and steals and fun beauty hacks. And then I might write something, and please invite your friends to join us. Okay, and then I hit confirm, okay, and all the settings I had put when I set up the page are still there. Private, hidden, general. Okay, I don't think you need to change general. Now, this is kind of fun. You see where it says recommended by the admin, okay? I'm going to recommend an existing group. Okay, so I have all these other groups that I'm part of, okay? But for example, my unit and all of my consultants and their customers, they can add all of their customers to MK Beauty Buzz Living Legends. I know it's a really long name, but we're going to change it. Okay, but first of all, I want to recommend that. Okay, so I'm going to recommend, group is now recommended. Let members know why you recommend this group. Okay, so now I can even write a post. Okay, so now I'm going to write a post. Be sure to join, wait a minute, join me and my sales director, Lisa, and other fun, MK customers on this page for a weekly, beauty tutorial, fun beauty hacks, and lots of laughs. I don't know. Anyway, and then I might say, and did I mention Lisa, let's write my name the right way, gives away prizes every, okay, so obviously that's too long. See, my thing is too long, so it's not letting me change it. So I'm just going to change it here. Okay, join me. Okay, now I can write weekly, each week. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to post that. Okay, so now that's a group that I added. Okay, now another one that I'm going to want them to be part of is the Face Place. The Face Place, by the way, is a group that every week there are different events. Okay, the Face Place is the place to be. Every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can participate in a Hydra session every Wednesday. Well, I don't want to say, well, for me, I wouldn't say Wednesday because I want to take away from my Beauty Buzz page. But I might say every Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. It's all about color and glamour. Okay, so they can check it out. Okay, and ask to be part of it. But those are the two suggested groups that I'm going to suggest that they join. Okay, so now it's just me, just little old me in this group. Okay, so let me see if I didn't, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, oh, okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's say I'm going to go into, whoops, let me get rid of that. I'm going to actually go into Facebook. Did you know you can have two tabs open with different Facebook pages on each? So let's say I'm going to go into Facebook and I'm actually going to go to MK Beauty Buzz. And let's say you as a consultant watched me one Wednesday night doing a session and you thought, oh my gosh, all of my customers aren't in the Beauty Buzz yet, but I really want them to see this. You can actually go into the Beauty Buzz when I'm doing a video, okay? And let's just go back to one of my videos. And let's say you want your clients to see this video. I'm gonna go down here and put start watch party, okay? When I say start watch party, I can say something, okay? You will want to see this. Okay, and then I am going to share to a group. Okay, now I want it to be under, what did I call my page again? Lisa's Facebook, look at that, let me look for it. Lisa's Facebook, here it is, page template, okay? Now I'm going to start it in that group, okay? So now I've just started a watch party in my other group. Okay, let me shut me up for a minute. Okay, so if I go over to my other group, essentially this, let me refresh, it should be showing in this group. Okay, so that watch party will show in my group, which is, there we are, there it is. Okay, I put you will want to see this, and there's my watch party. Okay, so you can do so much with your private page. So in the Beauty Buzz page or in the Face Place page, our goal is to engage our clients. so that they have someplace fun to go, someplace that's not depressing COVID-19 ridden. We want them to have someplace that they look forward to. I've gotten such great feedback from my consultants and their customers on things like that. But I just want to make sure that you know, going back to Mary Kay in Touch, exactly where to find all these things. Okay, so Mary Kay's birthday was in May. I'm sorry, I'm not, okay, Mary Kay's anniversary. Okay, Mary Kay's anniversary is coming up. Okay, so you might take this and download it and post it not only in your page, but also on your Instagram account and your Facebook account, just your regular pages. So just a real quick thing that you need to know about social media. You are absolutely permitted to post things that are informational. What you are not permitted to do, based according to your beauty consultant, independent beauty consultant agreement, is you are not permitted to post anything that's commercial. So in other words, you can't go on your regular wall where you post pictures of family and where you went on vacation. Can't go on there and say, hey, I'm having a sale. Head on over to my Facebook page. Not allowed. You can't say, hey, I'm a new Mary Kay chick. If you need a Mary Kay lady, I'm your girl. Can't say that. Okay, what you can say is, oh my gosh, I just became a new independent Mary Kay beauty consultant and I'm so excited to pamper all my friends and family. Now, if your friends and family don't know you're a Mary Kay, you just told them without actually saying, please let me facial you, okay? So you have to be, you can share informational messages, but you can't share commercial messages. So I hope this helped a little bit. I hoped it was a blessing to someone. If you have any specific questions about your Facebook customer page or how to create it or ways to invite people, please don't hesitate to reach out to your sales director. I know we all have a script. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. Real quick, I'm going to screen share again, really super quick. Okay, so let's go back over to the internet, to the intranet, as my mother-in-law would say. Let's go back over there, and I want to tell you there's 2 ways to invite customers and friends and family to join your page. I will tell you, let's go back over to discussion. I will tell you that if you invite people through just the invite bar, and you see that over here on the right hand side, whoops, sorry about that, got a message come through. If you invite people through this invite bar, I suggest you only do a couple at a time, and the reason is because from what I understand, if you invite a slew of people, Facebook algorithms will red flag that. They'll say that's spammy and they're trying to get people as part of something, blah blah blah. I don't know the wording, but anyway, certainly you can invite people that way. But I think the better way to invite them is to go up here, okay, up to the top where your Facebook group is, and rather the URL in the search bar. You want to highlight it, so just click on it and it will highlight in blue. Right click it and copy it, okay? Then go over to messages, start a new message, okay? And I'm not going to send a message, but, well, maybe I'll send it to Faith. She'll go, why are you sending me this? Okay. So I'm going to start a new message and I'm going to write something like, hi, Faith. I'm so excited to tell you that I just became an independent, beauty consultant with Mary Kay. No idea what this journey will look like, but I'm excited and I can't wait to share it with you. Meantime, please join, can't write today. Please join my private Facebook group so that you will be part of my virtual launch party. Okay. Here is a direct link. And then I'm going to right click and paste, and guess what happened? There, the link to your Facebook page came up. Now I'm going to press enter to send it. Faith Gladding's going to call me and go, why'd you just send this to me? but I'm going to press enter to send it so that they have an idea. They can get directly to my group. Okay, so that's about it. That's how you create your private closed groups. I hope that you have much success with it. And again, reach out to your sales director if there is anything that you have a question about, or you need to know further about inviting, or to make sure you talk to her about how to do your launch party or a relaunch party. If you're a seasoned consultant and you kind of like, oh, you missed the bus on the whole getting on the bandwagon for the virtual working, but hey, it's never too late. You can get on it right now. I'm just starting to perfect it myself, or not even perfect it, just gotta polish it up. So good luck, have fun with it. Love you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous Labor Day. Well, today's the 6th, the 5th, the 6th. So happy Labor Day if you're watching it today.